whistle is an important part of working with a search dog. Because picture a disaster, noise, confusion, chaos, especially the first day or two. There's a lot of chaos. After that, things settle down some. Heavy machinery. The dog is at a distance. So the whistle becomes an essential tool for the handler to communicate with the dog.
But September means an awful lot to the Search Dog Foundation because of what happened 12 years ago and the response that the foundation had in regards to support of the search and rescue activities, and of course just what it means in regards to the impact that it's had and continues to have on our nation. And so September is what we consider to be We Have Not Forgotten month.
You're going to get to see a little bit of how we train them, why we train them the way they do, and why it is so incredibly important when they go out the door to a deployment like Colorado that their training be top-notch. And that is the entire point of this training center, is to not only train them the first time around, but when they get back from deployment, make sure that they can learn from those deployments and those lessons, and make sure that they can learn from there and go from there. Making him do anything? No. So this is Rugby, and as I said, he's very, very large for a search dog, which I'll be honest concerned us a little bit at the beginning of his training because he has to get on rubble, and if the bigger you are, the harder it is to get across the rubble. You'll get to see a little bit later today just how graceful he is when he actually dances across a rubble pile, believe it or not. So round of applause for Rugby. Good job, buddy.
Ben, here.
Ben is in the house.
Yes, he is. Good dog, Ben. Now, Ben actually came to us from a field trial breeder up in Central California, but he had a little too much to say during his field trial training, and so they thought maybe he'd be better suited to be a search dog. So we tried to harness that a little bit. It's fine that he's excited now, but when you hear him on that rubble pile a little bit later, you know he means business, so we love it for him. So a round of applause for Ben. Good job.
Hey.
All the time. And on the
Hey. Good up. Good boy.
That's funny.
So how do we fix that? How do we make sure that he's going to go
Rugby.
platform?
Rugby.
Dennis is going to direct him in.
It's like, and here's another one.
Here. Get up.
So you're actually getting to see training in progress right now. You're getting to see him working on things with Rugby. They're dogs, they're animals. We don't force them to do this. You never know what they're going to do. So part of what we do as trainers is make sure that the handlers are prepared if they need to work on a training issue and to work on something like that. Now, in all fairness, we set you up a little bit for failure on that.
That is correct.
Get up.
That little...
Good. Box. Get up. Good. Get up.
Oh, man.
Get up. Get up. Good. Sit.
ADD? Nothing wrong with
Get
that.
up.
So, direction and control. Very nice.
Okay.
Now, how easy do you think it is to train a dog like Rugby? To go jump on? Like we paired up the ball with the platform on direction and control, we're going to pair up
There'll be somebody in that barrel, and that live human scent in that one barrel, every time the dog puts his nose in there, his toy's going to pop out. All right? In the other barrel, we have, in one of the other ones, we have toys. We will put food, we'll put clothing in the other barrels, and they never get paid by that. Nothing ever happens. So the only one that pays them is the one with the person in it. All right? So it's a big shell game. All right, does this dog have any drive?
Ready? Go find someone? Search. Nice, Ollie.
Boy, Ollie. Good boy. How proud is he?
You've seen the NTC, you've seen the property, you've seen what we do, a little bit more of what we do. We want to share the actual training with you. However, before we get to that, as I told you before, I have my handy-dandy phone here that I keep checking in with. I'm going to give you a little bit of an update. Our teams in Colorado are not searching with the dogs just yet. They're still doing reconnaissance right now, which means that they're going out and kind of seeing what's out there, what they need to help with, how they can best help. And so they are on the ground in Colorado, and they are checking it all out with the dogs. They're just not working yet. Good job.
Wait. Good boy! It was very nice.
Much energy and excitement into something that he understands. He's intense. That cheese whiz helps the dog get up, makes it that plank more interesting than anything else. So, good job. We're going to do it one more time. It's all about repetitions when you're training dogs. Or people or anything.
That's it. Climb. Wait.
So we want him to wait and learn to balance that
Go on.
plank with his
Get
body
up.
weight.
Sit.
The
Yes.
reason for that.
Good boy. Sit.
Easy. Oh, good boy. Sit. Good. Heel. Rugby heel.
So believe it or not, when we start
Go on. Easy. Easy. Good.
So they really have to control their foot placement and their body weight.
Very nice. Nice.
Play, right? So if you find space, they may not want to go in.
Very good.
All love.
Good job.
You may have to walk.
Very, very cold, and we have to be very careful that they don't get too cold there and go into hypothermia.
Right, so when we're burying people in the rubble, we do it carefully. But we also do it, we make sure that the dog can't see in, because the last thing we want to do is train dogs when in training, they always get to not only smell, but then they get to put their eyeball on somebody and see them. We know in real life, they're not going to be able to see them. And we don't want them to wait to bark until they've confirmed it visually. So that's one of the things we're pretty, we take very, very close attention to those cues that aren't going to be there in real life. So one of the things that is so important for the most efficient way for us at the
Good boy, man. Good boy. Hi, buddy. Hi, buddy.